Hey Swifty, you ready?
Hey Doig, I think I am.
You think you are?
Can I think? Yes I can. Yes I think I can. Hello.
Hello. I brought you a crow mail.
For me?
For you.
Mm-mm.
It's got your name on it.
Does it?
No, it's addressed to both of us, but I thought it'd be funny if I just read the little cool message.
Aesop's Jables says, I just want to say y'all are so cute and bring me so much joy every time I wake up to see y'all streaming.
Joy!
Joy! Thank you so much for all the cool art conversations and insights into the field I'm trying to get into. Oh, you're super welcome.
Bible thump.
Bible thump. I want to see what that emoji is. That's awesome.
I really wish I could figure out how to get emotes into the messages because it's really it changes the feeling a little bit when it's like fire sport. Fire sport. I love you guys. Fire on face.
Bible
fire
thump.
Sport.
The Bible thump is a Binding of Isaac emote. Oh, that's a really nice message though. Thank you so much for sending that crow mail. It makes I mean, I already love doing this and just hanging out with you guys, but it makes it super worth it when people send nice messages like that. I'm really happy that we make a positive difference to your mornings. That's the best. New highlights video is out if you guys want to see me make a fool of myself as usual.
There's a whole Transformer sequence in there and I showed India's boss.
Yeah, he showed my boss from Transformers. And then my boss from Transformers showed the rest of the team that I work with on Transformers. So thanks very much for that, Mike.
Oh, I knew he would enjoy that though. I knew.
Damn it. I know now though. I know the difference between a cameo and OnlyFans.
Yes. Yes, you do. It was good. It was a good time.
Kimmy says, you guys streaming for a few hours. Just running because I have a train to catch would be a good way to pass the time traveling to hang here. You're super welcome to. And yeah, I think we're going to be streaming for a little bit because we've got the Anna Morning Challenge reviews to do. That's what we're doing this morning.
Oh, is that what we're doing today?
Yeah. We're doing...
I'm sorry.
Wow.
I got a cough.
That sounded like there was some kind of thing trying to escape your body.
I was giving birth through my I can't lean into that.
Oh, congratulations.
I can't lean into that joke. No.
Doig had a hairball. That's what it sounds like, right? That wasn't just a cough.
I got a drink of water. Hang on. Hydrating.
Kieran says, to Onster, I've been watching the VOD of Todd's Arcade Night. Even though I'm only halfway through, I can't wait to watch the next one live. I haven't seen it yet. Yesterday, I stacked myself up with Critical Role. Then I watched Onster's Digimon VOD.
Digimon Monsters.
And then I can't remember. I watched something else. Can't remember what it was.
When I was in LA, I was in a bar, and it was a nerd bar.
Oh, it was cool.
It was really cool.
It was called the Guildhall.
Yeah, and they had widescreen TVs, and they were showing Twitch streams, and there was a whole wall of board games. And then at a certain point, they were like, "Gotta change the channel." And then
Critical Role's on.
Critical Role is on, and they put Critical Role on every TV in the place.
And I had
I was like, wait. It's Thursday night.
Yeah, I was about to say, it's Thursday night. I was like, my brain kind of exploded a little bit, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's like a reasonable hour, and it's Thursday night. And I'm watching Critical Role. It's like, it's not Friday morning like it normally is for me in the UK. It's not like 3 a.m. on Friday.
Yeah. Which made me realize that somewhere in the vicinity, somewhere close by, it was happening.
It was actually happening. Yeah, they were filming.
I was like within 100 miles.
Yeah, within 100 miles, they are somewhere together recording this.
Imagine they were on the next street over and I had no idea.
You're just in a back room of the Guildhall. No, it was in LA rather than Savannah, Georgia. But they might have another guild hall there.
I would not hunt down my.
We would not hunt. We wouldn't use the verb hunt.
No. I didn't see anyone. Did you know? I was like, oh, we're gonna.
Oh, were you keeping your eyes open?
Not really, but even with my eyes half closed, I didn't see no one.
Oh, Maze for Lion says, first timer, what's this channel about? Hey, welcome! I'm Swift, he's Doig. We're artists and animators. And this is the Animation Breakfast Club.
And
today we're doing the Animorning Challenge, which is a challenge that we... Wow, this is amazing.
My face.
Martina, this is incredible. What a great thumbnail. Which is, we set a challenge every 2 weeks. And then every 2 weeks we get together and we critique the entries. And then we set a new challenge. An animation challenge.
So this one was, we gave some footage of...
Oh, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow. We gave some footage of a 3D environment and challenged people to animate a character running through it. So it's a moving camera move through a 3D environment. Mm-hmm. Yeah. That's what it is. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. You're
also an artist and a streamer. Oh, well, welcome. We hope you enjoy. We don't normally do the Animorning challenges every morning. Normally we just do some art and then chat to people. But this is a special stream.
Welcome to the cult of the grey cube.
Yes. Welcome. We have a grey cube. It's outside. It's great.
Yeah, it runs everything. It's the mastermind. And made a cool feature that people, our moderators can paste in images and then they come into our environment, which I thought was a really cool idea.
It was, yeah. I mean, it still is. It's great.
Super useful, right?
It's great.
Our voices match our avatars perfectly. That burb is gosh darn adorable.
Why, thank you.
I mean, we designed them ourselves. I look a little bit like this.
You do.
Just
I think you got your energy.
I got my energy.
Yeah.
Good. I'm always pulling down on the eyebrows. That's why. I'm always just off base.
Show them the Angie Doig, says Onster. So Angie.
Rah.
Rah.
I need to make it a little bit more sensitive, so I'm always like, rah. I need to fix the microphones, honestly. Needs to open wider, longer.
Okay, you could do that. You can fix that. The bird is adorable till her legs come out. What are you talking about? My legs are great. I don't know what you mean. What could you possibly mean? Yeah, long Lego.
See how her feet stretch when she does that?
Long Lego.
Should I fix that or not fix that?
I mean, it'd be great if you did, but I mean, this was a thing that we kind of did as a joke just to have it, so you don't have to put a lot of effort into it.
Okay.
Yeah, Spider Swift. That's me. Maze for Lion says, what else do you normally do on stream? It's 4 a.m. here. I just moved from England to America. Oh, congratulations. So it's very late for you. Sorry for streaming so late. We lay in a bit this morning. It's like 11 a.m. in England right now. But yeah, normally we do animation and we draw stuff. I'm currently animating a trailer for my graphic novel, which is out. It's called Girl in the Glim. It's published by IDW. It's out there. But I'm doing an animated trailer for it. So I've storyboarded something and I'm animating it.
Yeah.
And that's what we normally do. We just do whatever project we're on at the time.
Got the IDW on the spine there.
There it is. Yeah, we are both in England. We've been in Ireland for like the past 5 years, but we are... Well, I'm English, Mike's Scottish.
Och, aye.
You're a game dev from Chipping Norton. That's awesome. Oxfordshire. Amazing.
Och,
how'd you find yourself in America?
What do you mean I'm Scottish? I don't believe you.
I don't believe you.
I don't believe you thinking I'm Scottish. I'm not Scottish. I'm Atlantean. I'm a sea bear.
Sorry, I saw that Answer said that my legs turned into cowboy boots. And I
now
like,
you want
yeah,
that.
that's just true.
Now you want that.
That's
right?
true.
Yeah.
Answer says, sounds Canadian to me.
Who, me? Sounds Canadian.
When we went to LA
Oh, yeah.
a couple of weeks ago, for the first time ever, someone in America thought that Doig sounded American.
I was wearing a face mask. So it was muffling me a little bit. And I just spent like 4 or 5 days there. I think I pick up pronunciations unintentionally sometimes as well. So I think I wasn't default sounding when she heard me.
May says, yeah, I studied in Yorkshire, spent a lot of time in Scotland, was a quick drive. I moved to the US for a game job. I work for Warner Brothers. That's amazing. Oh, awesome. We have some pals at Warner Brothers. But I think they're on the animation side.
Are you working on that Smash Brothers-esque game?
Is there going to be a Warner Brothers one?
Yeah. They've got a reindeer character with the green that's green and has antlers.
That's where the character that everyone keeps comparing you to comes from.
Oh, you're working on Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, rad. That's radical.
That's cool.
I hope it's going good. I hope it's a fun time. You're an art producer. Super cool.
Nice.
Man, I can't wait to see what you do. Yeah, Kieran says me and Doig share the same problem. Soft Scottish accents that are undefinable.
Yeah, mine is pretty soft. First time I met India's friends, they were just like, "Wait, you're from Scotland, but we understand you." And I was like, "Right." Yeah, that was it. Thank you for the follow.
Yeah.
Philippe Leinart.
Thank you very much.
Are you a drawing?
Are you a drawing?
Are you a, I want to make a commercial.
What about?
Are you tired of staying awake at night? Do you live in a US time zone? Do you want some kind of entertainment that's a little bit crazy? Well, check out Doig and Swift on Twitch. That sort of thing.
Big book.
I especially like the, are you tired of staying awake?
Yeah, do it. Record an advert for our YouTube channel. Do it.
Yeah.
Why not? May says, what are you rendering your avatars in? VR? Unity build? Yeah, it's Unity. It's basically a little game scene that Mike built and put together.
Meg? Did you just call me Meg?
I said Mike, but it came out all weird.
No.
It came out, I was like, Mike. Yeah, Mike built this. And so the mouse are automated and everything else we do using a controller. And that's how it goes.
Yeah, I was inspired by like visual special effects in movies where they have animatronics. I was like, I want to build a virtual animatronic. With the little, like, they had little RC, remote control game things. And I was like, I have a gamepad that's kind of got the same sort of buttons.
May says, do any of you know the team at Crows? Nuh-uh.
No.
I've never heard of Crows, but I immediately like them. What are Crows?
We're not going to do parkour, but we have a challenge that involves running through an
environment. Speak for
environment.
yourself. Ha! Parkour.
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 Look, you can't help it when you're this good at it. Parkour. Well, thank you for the follow, Shadowcraft.
Parkour. Do a flip.
I did one. Did you see it?
Parkour.
The talent, the absolute skill. We've honed this for years.
Parkour.
Shadowcraft says that's pretty cool. It gives quite a different feel from the normal motion cap, more stylized. Yeah, I think we were wanting to go more cartoony, and this gave us more control over stuff like animations.
This lets me sit still. Who wants to be moving their head around? Not me.
Never. Oh, Maze the Lion says they made Stanley Parable. That's awesome. I love the Stanley Parable. What a great game. I didn't realize it was made by a team called Crows. What a great name.
Crows.
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 And some of the Gang Beast team work in the UK. Oh, we met them. Actually, Mike used to be in Game Dev too.
Yeah.
Which is kind of all of this comes from the fact that he's not afraid to like get into making stuff. He was on a small indie team making a game called Mutiny. So we went to a couple of game festivals showing off the builds and stuff.
Yeah. I went to EGX, I think, in London once, and that's where I met the Gang Beast guys briefly. I don't think they'd remember me or anything, but they were showing off an early build.
Yeah.
I think I met them maybe either just before or just after they got signed with Double Fine. But yeah, I went to the EGX when it was still in London. I think it moved to Birmingham now.
Yeah. It was fun going to those festivals. It would be nice to go again, but maybe not with a game build, just so that, because it was so stressful being there, especially when it was like an early build of Mutiny, because they had 3 team members. It was Mike and 2 friends, his programmer friend and his like, what would you say, more like director friend?
Yeah, I think more like business
oriented
/ designer.
Yeah, so the designer would be like out talking to people about the game while they were playing it, with Mike there helping, and the programmer was literally sat behind a screen, like 2 feet away, desperately trying to fix bugs on program at the same time in real time while it was happening. And we were like, this is so stressful. This isn't the way you want to spend EGX, you know?
Yeah.
You kind of just want to go and see what everyone's doing.
I think we, on other times, I was responding to feedback on the day, and in the evenings, I was like putting people's feedback into the game as well. Which was which was a wild concept, but yeah, I had fun.
Oh, Kieran says the one thing, thanks Trashbot, I'm looking forward to finding out is how the eyes for both your animators can look independently of where your head looks. Okay, so we have a command on the controller. Oh, I'll tell you in a sec.
It's Bath.
Bath! Hey Bath! Welcome! Thank you so much for the raid! Get over there.
I'm over here. I'm gonna go up on the roof.
Get him! Get him!
Oh
yeah.
no, I fell. No.
Yeah, nice job. There's one here. We get it.
Beth, how you doing?
No collision. Thank you for the subscription. Oh, Maze, thank you so much for subscribing. That's super awesome of you. I really appreciate it. We got you, Bath. We got you. Oh, it looks like we missed one.
We missed one.
Well, you know, you can hang out here with us now. Hey, welcome everybody. Welcome raiders. Welcome Bath. Thank you so much for the raid. How was your stream? What were you up to? And how did it go?
Has the eggplant always been sweating?
I think so. I think so. I love the expression. So butch. The like slight wall-eyed, wibbly-wobbly mouth.
Yeah, like kind of feeling. I like it.
You were speedrunning Faz. That's awesome. I hope it went well. Did you catch many ghosts? How many ghosts did you catch?
Sprunning. Is that what sprunning is?
Yeah, it took me a second to be like, sprunning Faz. Sprunning Faz. And I was like, speedrunning Phasmophobia. You got 5 world records. You got 5 world records. That's incredible.
What?
Congratulations.
5 all in one session?
Jeez,
Wow.
Jeez.
Maze, no, we both work in animation now.
Yeah, we're both in animation. Mike's art directing on something that he's not allowed to talk about.
Not allowed to talk about it.
And I am about to start storyboards on some new projects that I can't talk about. I've been working as a storyboard artist for the past 2 years, but before that I was an animator and director. I don't know if you know the Starlight Brigade music video, but I directed that.
This one. Up here.
We got a little poster of it. That one up there. And the Mystic Crystal music video I also directed. And then at some point I realized I got dragged into working on the Rise movie, and I was like, this is the best thing ever. And I've been working in boards since. So yeah, the Rise of a TMNT movie that just came out, you guys should all go and check it out. I did storyboards on it.
You want to see some of Swifty's boards?
And you can see them on our YouTube channel if you want. There are a few more, but I'm waiting to release them till I know that it's all good to do so.
I saw Allison post a cut board.
I saw that too. I'm still waiting for JJ to release one. JJ was one of the heads of story on the movie. So what I normally do with NDA stuff is I wait to see when other people who are higher up than me in the chain release things, and then I follow suit. Because then I feel secure in that I'm not doing anything I shouldn't be.
Y'all should know the never mind. But Swifty's storyboarding trajectory is going to be real exciting.
Yeah, but in terms of games that they're working on, pretty much this is what Doig's been working on. This is what he'll be working on, I think.
Yeah, this is my little game project
for the next little bit. But May says, yeah, I've been working on Hogwarts for 5 years. Finally able to talk about it. NDAs are painful. Yeah, tell me about it.
Yeah.
We've been pretty lucky with NDAs. They haven't lasted too long, but I have some friends, and they've like worked on an animated series that's never going to see the light of day, and they can literally never talk about it. Ever. And it's
is it never coming out?
Well, until it does come out. But it's
never coming out.
It's been done for a while,
yeah.
And the company don't seem in any rush to release it. So, yeah. Oh, thanks, Maze. We're currently working on a tutorial to try and show people how to build this themselves if they want.
There's a couple other VTubers that use.
Thank you for the follow.
Unity, and there's like if you check out Gwillem. He's a dragon man.
Thank you for the follow.
I think he's been using Unity also, and there's other creators creating stuff in Unreal, which I keep side-eyeing. Like,
there's Gwillem.
That looks cool.
Here he is. He's a dragon man.
He's a dragon man. But yeah, I hope to keep in touch with people who are making stuff that is exciting and similar, so that we can all help one another make our stuff cooler. I mean, VTubing has a kind of file format that people can create avatars with, and I want to see whether I can either piggyback on that or try and create something that's a little bit more specific to what we do, and then start to be able to cross-pollinate.
Yeah.
For instance, Onsta in the chat has a super cool 3D avatar that's just debuted.
Yeah.
And I want to get them on the couch. This couch over here.
We want to do multiplayer so we can have guests.
Onsta, I want you on the couch.
Here.
I want you here.
All of us.
Yeah. Next to Sonic.
Sonic's in the way, but me too. All of us. Like this. Just like you would normally sit relaxed on a couch. Exactly like this.
I want that. So once I'm kind of finished up my freelance work, I'm going to try and keep other offers and stuff at bay. Not that anyone's knocking down my door quite in the same way that people are trampling in India's door.
Well,
but
that's just because your work isn't out there necessarily yet.
Work isn't out there. And probably won't necessarily be when the thing drops. Anyway.
Anyway. Yeah, Maze was saying,
Would you be human-sized or your size? Oh, that'd be really funny.
I'd want to do the Dogster model because they seem like they fit super well into this world.
That's true. Yeah, maybe Dogster would be better fit.
May said, "I'll have to try this. An artist can't program for shit though. That's okay. You can totally do this. It's actually really not that complicated." And in the tutorial, we go all the way through the programming and everything too. So yeah, I hope that lots of people do what we do. I hope we can get the tutorial out in a timely fashion. I think so. Yeah, little kitten is meowing. Oh, thanks, Maze. That's really sweet. May says if you need any advice or contacts, hit them up. That's awesome. Thanks. Ba-ba-doo-bra. You could project onto a plane via screen share. We could, but we want you to be able to run around and like actually pick things up and throw things and stuff.
Yeah, I could put her on a texture plane and like this and have her
carry her around. Yeah. It's not the same though.
I know, but maybe we can start small. And
we did manage to have our friend Pat in here one time. It just unfortunately tanked the performance of the stream because it was trying to pull from so many different sources to make it work.
Yeah, basically I was screen sharing the stream over to him via what's the thing called? I forget.
NDI?
No, it's a local multiplayer thing.
Oh, the one that you use.
Parsec. Yeah. Thank you. Yeah. So we're streaming basically the game to him and also streaming the whole overlay to Twitch. So it was a bit janky. Our connection here is a little bit better though.
Yeah.
But I still want to find a workaround.
A better way to do it because it's like, okay, it works for Pat, but what about when we want 2 guests on?
Yeah. Is his book still in here somewhere?
Pat? Yeah, it should be.
Here, is this it? I think this is it.
So this is the way that we summon our friend Patrick, who's a polterghost.
Boom.
We open up his tome and he appears. Here he is. With his floppy ears that are too floppy and we still need to fix.
Yeah.
There he is though. This is our friend Patrick. He's currently got no soul in him.
Yeah, so if we were running Parsec, he would be able to join and then control him around.
Yeah.
But I'm not running Parsec right
now. No. We also have the problem that Mike has to be clicked into the Unity screen in order for Pat to be able to
register. Yeah. I got in touch with the devs of Parsec. I was like, hey, I've got this use case. And they were like, we don't do that. It's like, but could you? No response.
Nope. So we're going to try and find a workaround for that too, because ideally Mike would be able to click away from the screen so we could do art or anything else while we're still streaming without it stopping Patrick from being able to control himself.
Yeah.
Control yourself, Patrick. But yes, I've forgotten who was asking about the eye thing. I'll show you. So in terms of our eyes moving independently of the rest of our... Whoop.
You made this book tiny.
Tiny mode redeemed. We're tiny now.
Tiny mode.
So in terms of our eyes and stuff moving independently,
it's gonna make it
bring the camera over, Doig.
Hang on.
There we go. That's better. So we have a command that's on the right thumbstick, where if we click in the right thumbstick, our head stays still and locks in position. So then we can move our eyes independently. So I can roll my eyes at Mike if I want. So that's how that works. It's like a little headlock.
Yeah, the head locks to the camera. I think your head just locks. Mine locks to the camera. Oh
yeah, mine just locks because I felt like that was more restrictive to lock to the camera every time.
Yeah. Did the lock? I forgot that I did that for you. So you could just lock your face like down like this. I like that. I forgot that I did that.
There we go. Whoa, I'm so fast when I'm small. Yeah.
Swifty also has a super mode.
I do have a super mode inspired by Sonic the Hedgehog. We have a bunch of stuff on this little expression wheel that Doig made. This is how we get to a bunch of stuff. Everybody super Swifty racing.
It's all the glows and stuff are a bit much because of tiny mode, so try it now. Yeah, that's a little better.
Here I am. I like how my hands are still not supered.
I think that is because you're wearing your jumper.
Yeah, it probably
and
is.
I haven't set it up so that jumper hands change.
Yeah. This jumper is an alternate costume I made for myself. It's got the shirt that we're selling on our store on it. It's a shirt based on the graphic novel that I wrote, Girl in the Glim, which is out now! Woo!
Are you tired of staying awake? Well, why don't you read The Girl in the Glim?
There it is! It's still going slightly off screen.
Alright, I'm gonna fix that.
Yeah. Anyway, Annie Morning Challenges.
Yeah, we've been going for a half hour. I think it's time.
Yeah, although I will ask, just while I'm getting set up, how are you guys doing? How's everyone in chat? You guys got any cool plans for the weekend? You having a good day so far? Don't mind me, I'm just gonna get stuff open in my browser while you let me know how you guys are doing.
I'm gonna go fix that graphic thing right now.
Amazing. Oh, you got D&D tomorrow. That's awesome. Us too. I'm so excited. We haven't played in ages.
Put a G in chat if you read Glim and liked it.
Oh, no plan's got a headache, says Martina. Oh man, Martina, I hope you feel better soon. Oh, Martina, that's really sweet. Thanks for all the G's. Answer says I'm chilling.
Oh geez.
Good. You deserve some chill. You work so hard.
No.
Dragon Lady says, tired working a weekend. I work in a kitchen. Also feeling down and bad that I got overwhelmed and never completed my parkour challenge. Maybe something smaller next time. Yeah, don't worry, Dragon Lady. You can always do the next one. Don't worry, it's totally understandable. You got a lot on.
Kevin, what are you doing awake? What are you doing awake?
Whoa, Kevin! What the heck? You're here. Hey, Kevin. Hello.
Kevin's fully prepared to put a G in chat.
I get scared every time I see Kevin's in chat.
He's watching you.
No. I'm gonna run off screen. There. Having a family barbecue. No, not with the eyes! No. I cannot be observed. Having a family barbecue today, says Kieran. Even shared the jam I made yesterday and it's been a hit so far. I didn't see the pic you posted in the Animated Discord. Is it of your jam? Your jam went so well that everyone's raving about your jam. Show us your jam.
Show us your jam.
I want to see it. Let's see that good jam.
I will have to go. Whoa, it's here. Whoa.
That's a lot of jam. You made a lot of jam.
That's a choice.
How did you make so much jam? It didn't look like that much jam when I saw it in the pan. It's a large amount. How is it? How do you like it? Rhubarb, right? That's so much jam.
I thought rhubarb was like pink and green. Why isn't the jam pink and green?
Well, I mean,
Is it because it's cooked?
Yeah, it's pink and green when you pick it. And it's pink and green in sweets.
Nice.
But when you cook it, it goes brown.
I bought jam.
You did? You bought pineapple jam.
I bought pineapple jam.
Pineapple.
I don't know what to put it with or on or anything yet.
Maybe some bread.
Maybe a jam sandwich.
Yeah, a jam sambo.
Maybe I could put... You know what I really used to like?
Jam sandwiches.
No, cheese and jam sandwiches.
Oh yeah, they're good.
They're right. Savory and sweet together.
They are good.
Well,
jam on burgers is good too.
Jam on burgers is great.
Yeah.
More jam on everything. Jam on toast. Jam on chicken.
Jamon?
Jamon.
Jamon? That's ham in French, right? Jamon?
Jamon?
I'm probably pronouncing it wrong.
I don't know, ask Kevin.
Kevin, you're French now. Is jamon like pronounced correctly, does it mean jam?
Let me know when you're ready to hop
Oh,
over.
jambon is ham.
Jambon.
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 Jam and waffles. That sounds good. Damn, I want some waffles now. Damn.
Yeah, try jam on a burger, on a roll.
Yeah, jam on burgers is great. It does. Thank you, Kevin. Confirmed. Perfect. Perfect. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. Who's firing fireworks out there?
That would be a noob.
Jam in French is confiture. My pronunciation is probably so bad.
Try to do it again.
Confiture. Confiture.
Confiture. Confitoro. Excuse
You
me.
brought the table over. Are you going to do a stunt? You have the energy of someone who's setting up to do a stunt. Oh, hi. What are you...
360 no scope spin.
Oh. Yeah, Jackass, eat your heart out. You think you're so good, Jackass? We can do that too. Wow. That was incredible, Mike.
Thank you.
I wasn't coming out. I was expecting you to still be on the floor. That's incredible, Mike.
No. What if I do parkour while you're holding me?
Let's try it.
I've never thought to do it. Get me.
You ready?
Get me.
I bet nothing will happen.
Get me. But probably.
Okay.
Oh.
What if I do parkour while I'm holding you?
Do it.
Nothing.
Well, no, you can't because you're holding me.
Oh man. It's gonna drop you off the edge. Oh, I'm on my super mode anyway. There we go. Anyway, we should do the challenge.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. Over here now.
Here we are. I have NDI on, so
You do. Do you have region of interest off?
I'll have a check. One sec.
Yeah, last time I was working on
go.
the overlay, I was way through making the, in Smash when you get fired off.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I was midway through doing that. Now it just explodes and says game when we go too fast. Game.
Mace is gonna go eat some turkey dinosaurs. Good choice before bed. Thanks for the combo and inspirational stream. Good luck with your book and your Unity work. Thank you very much, Mace. Good luck with everything. Have some good times with the turkey dinosaurs. Turkey dinosaurs are amazing.
Yeah, you got your screen up?
Yes.
Boom. You wiggle the mouse. There we
Boom,
go.
baby. Here we go. This is Blah Blah Neebs. So for those unaware, the challenge last time was the parkour challenge, in which we gave you guys a camera move, and it was your job to animate some fun stuff over the top of it. So that's what this is. We encourage you guys not to spend more than 3 hours on them. So, we're not expecting anything to be polished or anything.
Yeah, keep it rough.
Here
The idea is rough.
Here we go. This is Blah Blah Neebs.
I'm ready.
Yes.
It's the return of donut.
Yeah, donuts here. Yeah.
No, wait, bagel. Is it bagel?
It's bagel.
It's bagel.
It's bagel.
Sorry.
This is amazing. I love this. Hell yeah. Yes. Perfect. I wish we held a little bit longer on the end so we could see the thumbs up for longer. It's like on there for 1 frame. This is incredible, Blah Blah Neeb. It's actually really cool seeing how much you've improved since the last time. Look at the little butt.
Yeah, I was going to say as well, like, very cool.
Hold on, I just got retention to the butt. There we go. Yeah, this is awesome. To see how much you've improved since the last time you took this challenge is really cool. The limited animation, I think, works really well. There's a few things that I'd keep an eye on just in this section here, where I feel like you could scale some of these frames up because we're zooming in on the camera.
Mm-hmm.
It feels like they're getting smaller, and it comes back here. Like, he feels like he gets a bit bigger here, which then fits. But just on these frames here, we feel like we're shrinking down and getting a little small. So I think all you need to do is like
tween and scale them up.
Yeah, enlarge these keys or these frames to account for camera zoom in.
Yeah, they've absolutely nailed the comedy story aspect. I agree, Pilkey.
It's so much fun. I really...
India, you dropped your controller and you're currently staring madly into the void.
I'm in a duvet and I'm really angrily staring off screen. Hold on. Let me fix it. It fell off my leg and it bonked. And this is what happened. There we go. Look at that. That's fine now.
It's like, thank you for submitting your work.
Thank you. I really love this bit where we expect him to jump onto the red platform, but
he's going through.
Instead, we're going through. It's great. Great squash and stretch. Like, just only thing is just to watch your proportions. Oh, I hate. Sometimes I press something. I don't know what I've done. I've done something, but I don't know what it is. I've accidentally put like a stopper on where I can play it till. There we go. So just watch your dimensions here to make sure that you're keeping the same amount of meat between the squash and the stretch.
Alex Berth says, we're reviewing the Animorning Challenge now. You're welcome.
Oh, you're welcome.
Very good.
You're welcome. Same amount of meat. I know that sounds really unpleasant to say, but that's the way I was taught it, so that's the way I always say it.
Same amount of meat.
Meat. In squash.
Comedy is
really
hard.
It's really hard. Doing it well is tough. Look at this. Delightful. I'm just gonna write delightful. Delightful. Absolutely delightful. Okay. Oh, look at the little bounce as well. That's great. Lovely little bounce. Great job. I mean, they do seem like they fall down awfully fast here. Like, there's not much of an arc or trajectory, so maybe you could look at making that arc a little bit more natural. It's pretty funny though. Like, you know, when something works and is funny, you can pretty much throw out the rules. You know, there's priorities, and it's like, if comedy's your priority and it makes people laugh, then who cares if it has nice arcs? But since I'm meant to be giving animation critique, I will say could work on the arc. Would love a longer hold. Let's go back to the beginning and check it out. So that's on for one frame, right? Yeah, I missed that. I think you need at least like 3 frames. You can still have it on ones though. I think we need like an entry frame.
I thought you were going to say that. I anticipated your anticipation frame.
Oh, that's good animation, Mike. You anticipated my anticipation.
Yeah.
Yeah, like, I think you need... Yeah, at least just in order to read it, because otherwise you don't get the sense that it's moving. It looks like it's just flashing. Like, the direction is neutral. You can't tell if it's going down or up. So adding in those little bits of information, just enough information for it to read, is great. And then, yeah, we have this. I might adjust this so it's coming slightly more like from this kind of direction, slightly more above. Just because the arc I'm seeing in my head, like the trajectory that I'm picturing, they would come down slightly more centrally and less skimming across like this. More like that, you know? So determined. Yes. This is all great. Like, lovely. You're showing such better control of both like the angles of your character and the scale in relation to everything else. Like, I can imagine that if this were to be in between, you could make this look pretty convincing, which is great. And then we get the anticipation. I'd be tempted to make the anticipation go on a little bit longer. But it does make me laugh. So, so take from that what you will. I love this so much. Like, this makes no sense. Like, them jumping off here and then getting close to the screen and then landing there makes no sense, but I don't care. Don't change it. It's perfect. It makes me laugh so much. There's a little at the end. Like, I can imagine a little like clown mallet sound. In fact, if you wanted to just like, when they land, give me like 1 frame of them just like being stretched out, like they flattened, I would probably really like that. Just 1 frame. It's a great pose. Got nothing to say about it. It's a great pose. This entire thing is just brings me such joy. Let's see. I'm not sure you need the smear frame here. I think the one thing that I see a lot with smear frames is when people are first learning how to use them, there's not really a strong idea of where they should be placed and when they should be used. I don't think you really need one right here. Like, I think if you need it anywhere, it's probably actually on the next frame. Because they've just taken off, right? So their foot's going to be coming forward like this. And they're probably going to be dragging their arms a little bit, having just pushed off with their leg. So if you need the smear frame anywhere, it's probably getting from this frame where the arms have just pushed off, or rather the arms are dragging behind because the legs have just pushed off, and the next frame where the arm has come up here. And the way that I do the smear frame is, let me hold this, there we go. The way that I'd handle this smear frame is I look at where the previous frame has been, And then I think about the arc, which would be like this kind of thing. Of where the extremity is going to go. And then rather than just fill in the entire blank, which is a technique you can do for sure, I like to keep it a little bit more subtle. I like to maybe add a few little like echoes of the frame instead. So probably something like a little bit more like this. How you want to do smear frames is totally your call. But yeah, as for the placement of them, I'd probably put it here rather than on the previous frame, if anywhere. That's even if you need them. You might actually be okay without them because this animation is limited anyway. I don't think people are gonna be like, oh, I really didn't get that movement. I felt like that I needed more information. Because what you're doing with a smear frame, as well as replicating a camera blur, is you're using them to fill in the information that you need in order to understand what's happening. And when you don't have enough frames to fully illustrate the motion, and therefore you don't have enough frames to fully explain what's happening to the viewer with your drawings, that's generally when artists will bring in smear frames. It's like, okay, you need to get from, from crouching like this to, I don't know, having jumped into the air like this. And you need to do it with no in-betweens. And this is hard because, actually you can totally do this with no in-betweens, this movement. I could totally see something like this in a show which utilizes limited animation, more like Kill la Kill or something. You can sell this with the follow-through and the anticipation 100% without needing any in-betweens. But let's say that you're working on something like Looney Tunes for Warner Brothers, and so you kind of need to put some in-betweens in there for the style, right? But this is frame 5 and this is frame 6, and you ain't got no room for no in-betweens. In order to make it easier for the movement to follow for the audience, that's when you might consider doing some smear frames. You might consider doing some dry brush. You'd probably do dry brush if it was Warner Brothers, to be fair. Like this kind of thing. The classic example is looking in this direction and looking in that direction and having the nice smear in between where you're like, whoa, that's super fun. But yeah, it's always when it's there's not, you either have one in between like this, or you have no in-betweens and you have to just add something to the drawing which is going to give enough information for people to know what the movement was. In this case, you might add some smears for the arms going up, and you might add a smear for the body coming up. This looks like a very happy chappy. But yeah, so in terms of what you're doing with your animation, because it's quite limited anyway, it doesn't really feel like you necessarily need any smear frames at all.
Why are you deleting those?
Because they were bad drawings. But if you did want to put one in, I'd probably put it here, because this is the largest movement that's happening, is between this arm being held back here and it coming up here. But even then, I think you can totally get away without it if you want. And now take hold off.
Martina, do you have a link to the playlist of previous Animorning challenges? I think it'd be good to have that a hand and on a command. Thank
Yeah.
you.
I just keep this slightly more favouring the frame that it's come from.
As you're doing that, India, I'm just going to read out what Lablani said on the submission forum.
Oh, good call.
Which was saying, last time I did a parkour challenge like this was 2 years ago. Doing it hand-drawn this time around presented many more challenges like correctly matching perspective and scale. However, I also had way more freedom with poses and acting since I didn't have to worry about breaking a 3D rig. It was really fun revisiting this challenge, and thank you, and I thank you two for the years of wisdom and fun.
Aww. You don't have to thank us. You're
Thank
doing
you,
this all by yourself.
So what Martina's linked there is a playlist of previous streams that we've done. Okay, it's 12 o'clock apparently. Dismiss. Is a link of previous streams that we've done, like these feedback reviews of people's submissions to the Animorning challenges, and you can see like a lot of the past challenges if you're interested. India's given like hours of animation advice and feedback in there, and I think they're worthwhile watching through, even if you haven't participated in the challenge. And if you think, whoa, this is a really interesting one, maybe that's something you could consider doing, then if you ever do one of those, feel free to post it up on Twitter and tag it hashtag Animorning Challenge. And I think it'd be nice to have at the end of streams like this, just have a look at some of the ones that have been done on the hashtag that may not necessarily be in time for a feedback session, but like honorable mentions maybe.
Yeah, I love this. I don't really have any more feedback to give you. I think this is wonderful. The only thing you need to worry about now is like moving forward, look to strengthen poses more. Look at line of action, look at like just really pushing and exaggerating your poses. And you can probably start trying to add some in-betweens then. That's going to show you like, it's going to really show you where your weaknesses are in terms of keeping the dimensions consistent and the proportions consistent. And it's going to really challenge you to focus on how to use spacing. Because I think these keys are all reading really nicely. So beyond you just like further strengthening your keys and then looking to start adding in-betweens and getting some like fine control over your spacing and your proportions, like I think that's the next step for you.
That's really cool.
Yeah, great job though. Great comedy as always. Blah blah Neeb. Always make me laugh so much. All right, hop on. This is... Who is this, Mike?
I don't know. Give me a second.
Sure thing. I don't think there's a watermark on it. Like, there's not an at, I don't think.
It starts with Animorning and then ends. I think this is Martina's.
Oh yeah? Martina says, it me! Martina! Alright, do you want to read out what Martina says first this time? And then we'll play it.
Yeah, Martina says, unfinished animation time. I could only spend 90 minutes on this because I ran out of energy.
That's totally fair. I mean, we normally set a 3-hour time limit anyway, so, you know, you did like half of the time, so that's totally fine. Don't even worry about it. Let's have a look. Oh, that looks so painful. Wow, this is great though. Wow, Martina. That cat jump at the end too is really nice.
It's really nice, yeah.
I was expecting when you said unfinished for us to get like the first beginning bit halfway through and then for you to be like, I didn't get to do the rest of it.
2 characters as well.
Yeah, 2 characters. What the heck? Let's go through it slowly because it's a lot faster than Blah Blah Neebs. So let's see what we got. Jumping off. Oh, nice. Look at this. Squash and stretch. Just gonna put a little note on that because I love that. Nice shapes. That's the kind of exaggeration I'm talking about. It looks so painful there because it looks like they've like landed on their back, like on the corner. I'm like, ah, no.
India, try playing it at
12
FPS.
Is it meant to be 12? Let's have a look.
There you go.
Yeah.
It feels better.
It does feel better. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's see. Tumbling over. And doing like a hero landing. And then there's like some kind of wave coming over. And they look like they're running away from something. Are they running away from the cat? Is the cat after them? Is the cat the bad guy? Here he comes! Watch out! There it is! Nice. These squash frames you've got are real nice. Really liking them. Watch for the arc here. So we have boop. Look at the cat face! It's so cute!
Shadow cat.
And then we have... Let me put the hold on this so we can see it. And then we come up here. So we bounce up. So then I'm expecting it to kind of do this kind of motion. So I think just having the cat's head a little bit higher here is going to make the arc feel better. Because that's what my eyes were expecting it to go. My eyeballs are expecting it to go over here. Yeah. I can draw cat arms. This is how cat arms work, right? They're just bendy rubber hose arms. You can do a better drawing than me, Martina. Hopefully the note is still clear. It looks like I've drawn them like a person. Like a little man.
Come on, India.
What?
We live with cats now.
Oh, don't call me out. I'm trying.
Give them little Kuma paws.
Kuma's got big paws. There's no such thing as a little Kuma paw.
Yeah, he's got big paws now. I hope he's gonna be a massive boy.
Do you?
No.
You're so conflicted.
Yeah.
Like on one hand you want a dump truck of a cat. And on the other hand you like him being tiny.
I like him being like a pick-upable size. Had him in my arms this morning like a baby.
It was so
and
cute.
He was just purring away.
So let's see. I need to... There we go. Alright, so I'm going to ping back here because I think there's something... I think this in between for the landing I wasn't feeling. Just here. So it's a cool epic, like almost 3-point landing, right? But the way we get into that didn't feel quite right to me. So I'd probably bring this leg up, give it more contrast and intent, so we can see from the angle it's coming down, and it's going to give us more stomping power when we hit that next pose. It's going to give us more contrast.
I feel like if you've got the leg out to the left, screen right, then my expectation is that it would take some of the weight, but the weight would shift over to the other legs rather than coming straight down to land. I feel like if you've got your leg out that far, you would kind of like come down and then at an angle maybe.
Oh yeah, I see what you're saying. You're saying the leg would be counterbalancing the weight of the body, basically, right?
Yeah.
So if the leg is splaying out to screen right, then probably the body would be leaning slightly screen left because you'd counterbalance it.
Yeah.
And it is doing here.
Yeah.
So I'd probably just follow that through by having the body continue to lean left slightly.
And that, if they're then going to turn and like run in screen right direction, then you've got a nice kind of starting point of being like, they go down screen left and then they can push off from there to start running screen right.
Yeah. And again, I'd look at bringing this arm around to create more contrast rather than giving it a straight in between, which at the minute feels a little bit mushy in terms of the intent of the drawing, to give it more interest, to throw the in-between askew a little bit in order to create a more dynamic pose. Now, my issue is what to do with the leg that's coming down, that's stretched out. I suppose it would probably just land. Like this. I'd bring the foot up. I like to always bring the foot up when the feet first contact the floor, because I see it as an opportunity to then be able to contrast that with the weight position, where the foot goes flat and you get to see the weight push down into the floor. So it gives you like the opportunity to do that if you have the foot with only the heel touching during the contact drawing.
I'm trying to remember in parkour which part of the foot they recommend you land on. I think
it'll be the
might be the heel, might be the ball.
I don't think it's the heel, I think it's the ball. Probably.
Which part of foot should you land? Stride tips improve your parkour strides. Landing with your feet in dorsiflexion, foot pointing upwards and hitting the ground with the whole foot at once, flat foot, or slightly heel first is optimal.
Okay.
In these conditions in terms of both performance and safety.
I know, I'm feeling like we do need to lean forward after having drawn it and tried it. I feel like we need to lean forward. I'm afraid,
There's a
Mike.
conflicting article that says balls.
Balls! Yeah, that feels better to me. And then, yeah, you have that foot slide out a little bit. That's what I was going to suggest next. Also, I do love this shape, but I think if you're going to go into... because what I saw this as... Yeah, what I'm seeing this as is I think what you've drawn it, which is the eye, the hair, the body here, and the leg is like flat out to the side. But if you're gonna follow this up with the head being behind them and them slipping forward, I feel like it might be better to have like the slip start here, like they land bad. I think that would make more sense in terms of following the motion, especially once you clean it up. And so you have to start clarifying things and you can't get away with the rough drawings. I think that will be more readable. Boop. Cool. I love this little look up. That's reading really well. As for standing up, I think because of the position of the legs, where they're quite far forward and we're kind of leaning back a little bit, when they stand up they're going to have to shift their body weight forward again. So it's going to be, I think, more like this kind of thing. If you want it to feel like it's balanced. And then we started to run. And I think here, just watch your proportions, because between here and here, 34 and 20, we feel like we get a lot bigger. Watch proportions. Compare to frame 24. Was it 24? Or was it 20? It was 20, wasn't it? Yeah. Between this and this, the character feels like they suddenly get a lot bigger. So just keep that in mind. And then we're starting the run here. I think that if you're going to be running like straight off in this direction, rather than have them start running this way and then turn, I think you can just have them start running in that direction straight away. So I'd start them being like, I'm going to run this way.
Martina says she got big. She stole growth juice from the cat. That's why she grew. That's an excuse.
I can't tell you you're wrong. Yeah, I'd start her running in that direction sooner, and then you don't have to do the turn. You can just focus on doing the jump. Nice jump frame. I like the pose.
Sometimes if you're struggling with figuring out the scale of something, you can try planning out with maybe like a box or a cube, and that's partially why I put the grids in there, so that you can kind of get a sense for how they're scaling in ZDepth. So rather than trying to like figure out with a whole character, but that's optional stuff. Oh, ha, ha. Little Sparrow did a ooh.
She did. She wanted attention, and I picked her up, and she was like, "Not like this."
Yeah. Has she gone under the trestle again?
No, she's behind you. I like the pose. I just shift this up a little bit. I move it up to make the arc more explicit. Did I spell arc like Noah's Ark in the last review? I think I did. Oops. And then that's another nice pose. I like this leg swing in here. This is really cool. And then using that momentum to get over. Lovely. For this next pose here, I'd use the opportunity, since you've just landed and this is a contact, to get in a follow through squash frame as well. So I just like make this anticipation even lower, so we get that squash as part of the package deal. It's both an anticipation and we're getting to follow through from the previous action. And then you can work on giving that more contrast by having a real stretch. And then give them one more frame before they're gone off screen, just of the foot, just so it makes it just a little bit easier to track. One more frame. God, this program, this sketch, Sync Sketch, is really cool. The way it shows you, like it numbers how many frames are in each block. That's awesome when you're cutting things up on the timeline. Kuma's in the shower. If possible, I'd give this a little bit more time. This is when you would need the stretch frames, which is 100% what you're using, which is great, because this is the time when you would need them for sure. So I would give it just like another one here. Just have it on screen a little bit more, I think. So it's again a little bit easier to track. If you can leave behind any like little bits, then that's great. Just because it happens so fast that it's helpful to be able to give it as much screen time as possible during that fast motion. You could even do it on ones, you know? That would probably be the play that I would do. Since it seems to be on 12 frames a second, if you had it on 24 frames a second, then every one frame you did would be 2 frames, which means you would then open up the possibility of animating on ones for yourself. And this would be the perfect motion to animate on ones for, because it's so fast, you only really get 2 frames of seeing it if it's on 2s, but you could describe that motion more if you had double the frames to describe it within, which is what ones would give you. Which is why ones are often used for fast motion, is because when the motion's happening super fast, which means you don't have very many drawings to describe it in, using those ones to fill in the in-betweens you might not normally do just gives you that extra bit of descriptive drawing that you might need to show emotion. Yeah, and that's all the feedback I have for you on this. I think it's awesome.
Amazing, India.
Great
Thank
job.
you.
I hope that the feedback is helpful. I think you did an awesome job.
Who do we have up next?
Tonkable.
Tonkable. All right. Okay. I got them. This is long. Sorry in advance. Honestly,
That's
I'm
okay.
really rusty and kind of busting out of burnout. So this is rougher than I would have liked to submit. I think I struggled a lot with weight, but I learned a lot about using the surroundings. This was my first time animating on a moving 3D background, but it was a lot of fun. I thought the inclusion of a spear to make it interesting. Sorry, a lot of fun. I thought the inclusion of a spear to make it interesting and would be fun to play with, but there's a move flip using it in the middle of the shot that I left in that was really hard to figure out for me and probably won't make sense when looked at closely. Sorry in advance again.
That's
No
okay.
worries.
Animation really, like, there are rules and guidelines and stuff, but the general rule of thumb with animation is if it looks like it works, then it kind of works. Like, you don't... Sometimes if something looks cool, it doesn't require changing or, like, needing to abide by the rules. Like, unless you're explicitly doing that to be like, I want to practice how you would realistically do this motion, and therefore if it's not realistic in the way it moves, I failed. So long as something looks cool, my mantra is, hey, if it works, it works. It doesn't matter why it works, or how you've made it work. And if that kind of goes against animation principles, doesn't matter. So long as it looks, you know, the way you want it to. But yeah, and also don't worry about it being rough. That's totally fine. Like, we normally give people 3 hours to do the challenge, on the understanding that it's totally fine to submit rough work. We don't expect anyone to clean this stuff up, unless they want to afterwards in their free time. Let's have a look.
Let's have a look.
Here we go. Yeah. Oh, I like it. That's cool.
A lot of different range of emotions. So cool. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh no, you lost your spear though. Handstand at the end. Victory handstand.
It's very creative.
This is great. I'm glad that you had like a good time with this.
That spear opened up so many different possibilities as well.
Yeah, it's
really
so cool to
creative.
see what people do creatively with this stuff. All right, let's have a look. I believe, and I'm just going to mark for myself where it starts. Yeah, you're actually animating on ones, aren't you? You mad person. I mean, I understand it's hard not to when you get given a camera move that's entirely on ones, but...
We provided one that was on both ones and one on twos.
Okay. Well, let's have a look. So this is all feeling real nice. I like it. If you wanted to get more power into this takeoff, you could increase the spacing here a little bit. You know, for funsies. I should change the colour of my drovers since this little dude is red. I could give them more zooms, you know? I'm going up. Zoomies. Zoomies. Getting zoomies. And then you start to descend. Like, you could go with something like that if you wanted to increase the height of the start jump. You also don't need to, because it works.
I think clearing that geometry behind is good.
It does work the way it is, though.
Yeah.
So, nice. Just, I think watch where that foot's aiming.
Zoomies by Diana.
If it's coming down here, then you don't want it aiming down here. Like, get that intent into your stick, dude. That they're planning to land like here-ish. Yeah. You see, this is the great thing about doing it with stick dudes, is it's so fast to do like notes and do the animation pass.
You remember Ula's first submission for Parkour Challenge?
Was it a stick person?
I think it was kept rough and it wasn't a stick person, but I think it was like character with a big nose. But they were able to rough in a lot of the motion quickly and plan it out that way. It's like Stickman 1.1.
Okay, so let me just see, because I don't want to balk this movement up, because you've got like this nice landing here. Yeah, I think I made the head a bit too big on this frame here. So basically here, I couldn't really tell what this specific frame was, if they'd hit the floor or not. So I've just tried to make it more explicit that they've hit the floor. That's all I've tried to do, is just to like clarify whether they're in the air or not. I just wanted to basically make it clear if they'd made contact with the ground. Nice little superhero landing there. Look at this roll, that's awesome. Yeah, I love it. I don't know if it's worth putting like any like speed lines or anything in there. I don't know if you need it. I'd have to play it through again to see if you'd need it. Lovely posing. This is fun and cool. And I like it. I kind of want
them to still be holding for a little beat. Yeah.
Just for a little bit.
So when I provided the parkour footage with a 3D environment, I did say like you feel free to like retime or slow down moves if you want to put extra beats or actions in there. Because seeing this again after a bit, I feel like this first drop down is maybe a little bit too fast.
Mm-hmm.
I was always expecting people to kind of like jump from the topmost to the bottom or do like a little quick hop off, but I think if I just provided maybe a bit more of a slow, then people could speed it up or slow it down as they needed. I'll keep that in mind for next time. Yeah, the software is Sync Sketch, which is a browser-based animation review program. So India's doing drawovers using that, and it's over the top of a submitted video file.
Yeah, and it's non-destructive, so you can totally just turn it off if you want. But it's a great way to deliver notes to people, and we can give you this link at the end of the session, and then you guys can go and scrub through it and look at it at your own leisure. Plus beat of holding on. Yeah, there's just something about it, right? Where I feel like it would be nice to have that. Mm-hmm. You don't have to have it. It's just, it feels like it would be nice. And then you would have like a little delayed drop down. Here, where it'd be more like, you'd want to kind of delay this, because I like this pose, so I want to keep it. So I'm just trying to replicate it basically. And then you go into this pose afterwards, which is another pose I really like. I see that you might be running out of time though, to add these extra beats, so maybe it is like a timing issue.
Hoyt Maze 124 says, just wanted to say you guys rock and are a huge inspiration. I want to restart my webtoon because of your streams. Would love to tackle animation too one day.
That's awesome. That's really heck cool. Yeah, you can do whatever, like, you should do whatever the heck your creativity like pushes you to do. That sounds awesome.
Yay.
Heck yeah. If you can dream it, you can do it, guys. Like 100%. I'm trying to add a little bit of anticipation here before they get up. The problem being that I'm very aware that there is no time to do this. So I'm going to get myself stuck here. I know it. Because I know there's no time. Yet here I am anyway. Trying to do it.
I just want to say that we appreciate each and every one of you that have followed this stream. We don't have a little sound thing that comes up, so I just saw there's a couple. But yo, thanks. We really appreciate it.
Yeah, thank you guys. Okay, I think we might be able to get away with it. It might feel a little fast. We might not be able to get away with it. Because it does feel like it would be nice to have a hold here on this pose for a beat. Let me see what I can do by arranging the timing of this stuff a little bit differently. So if this, instead of being a 2, is a 1. And then instead of holding this for 4, we want to hold the next one for 4 instead. Like this. Then we can maybe get away with it. Maybe. Maybe. I don't know. It's still a bit touch and go. Yeah, it's so fast.
Yeah, right.
It's so fast. Like, it works either way, you know? The green works, but the red works too. So it's really your choice. It's so fast that I'm giving notes and it's like, you don't even see this. Mm-hmm. So like, this is entirely just for your own like brain to internalize, I guess. I don't think it actually has made that much of an improvement to the animation because everything's happening so fast that a lot of the miniature notes are getting kind of lost in the larger movements. So I guess if it gives you some stuff to think about, that's good. But I don't think it's necessarily... I don't think these notes are necessarily needed for your animation to work. I think it already works really well.
I think this initial camera move overall is too fast.
Yeah.
But what you could have the option here of doing is either slowing down the camera move to give yourself like more hang time or like ease in and ease out a little bit more, Or there's also the option that the camera move is too fast. So let your character go off screen and then bring them in again to land a couple beats later. Yeah. I don't know if that's solid advice, but I'm watching this going, the first camera move is too fast. That's my bad. I rushed the footage out a little bit.
Okay. I want to say that I like this here where the character goes up to the edge and then anticipates backwards before throwing it, and runs with the camera. I really like that.
That's super cool.
The
really
stepping
great.
back is awesome. The only thing I'd change about this here is that it looks like we're stepping back with the leg that is away from screen. Oh, I see what's happening.
2 steps.
Yeah, it's 2 steps. Since it's 2 steps, I don't actually know if I'd change it. So my note is moot. My note was based on it being 1 step, which it's not. So the only thing I do is keep that pelvis weight forward a little bit more on that frame. And then I might have a little dust. So this is what I would do instead of having a smear frame, is I'm denoting the movement of that foot through using effects instead.
Does that have a name or anything?
Animation.
Okay.
And then you'd have that like disperse. Take the way we used to anymore. You don't have to wait. And then I'd push the weight back there in anticipation. So you see we step back, pelvis is here, and then as we settle back and put our weight into that back leg, we coil the power up into the spine and pelvis. And then we can push off. Fun! Fun physics! Fun! Physics fun! Yeah!
Fun! Physics!
Fun! Fun!
It's kind of funny. When I was in high school,
That is funny. Sorry, I was just being an ass. Go ahead.
I studied stuff that kind of has helped me in my both game and art career and animation career. Like I studied physics and computing and math.
Mm-hmm.
Not art. Did art in my own time. But like when you're saying like understanding how the physics work, it's like, oops, I studied that. It's helped me.
Yeah?
Yeah, understand how things move or would move.
I'd love to spend ages getting this dust to look right, but I know that since I'm doing an animation review, I should just get on with it.
Yeah.
So I'll rely on you to make the dust look right. I'm sorry I didn't manage to make it look right in the notes, but the presence of it being there is the note. So please, you yourself make it look good.
So I think pick 2 more moments.
How dare you?
Pick 2 more moments through this that you feel like you could do the most damage.
The most damage?
Yeah, the most damage with your notes. And then we'll move on to the next person.
It's fucking bullshit.
Yep. It's also been an hour and you're on submission 3.
Alright. This is all really cool. I love this. Okay, so this is something I saw that I thought could use a little bit of a punch up.
So this is one.
So this is one. It's just this jump here. Just because it doesn't feel like as much of an arc when they take off, and so it is kind of unclear what's happening in the motion.
Mm-hmm.
I think you could make it clearer by giving them more of an arc. So I'm expecting something like this, right?
Yeah. How would you plan that arc?
How would I plan it?
Would you do it by just drawing the arc like this and be like, this is how I want the character to move?
I generally run the either the largest mass along the arc that I plan, or I run the driving force of the action along the arc that I plan. Okay. So in this case, the largest mass would be the body, like probably the torso, and the driving motion would be the pelvis. So I choose either the pelvis or the body, and I'd run that along the arc.
Okay.
And the only other thing I'd need to plan is just the spacing, in which case that's when your bouncing ball exercises come in useful, because you know that you want to hang a little bit at the top, and you know you want the takeoff and the landing to be fast, right? So you want the takeoff and landing to be spaced wide, and you know you want the culmination of the arc, the apex of it, to be spaced tightly, in order to make that feeling of suspension in the air sell.
Because the reason for that is the takeoff force from the jump meets an opposite force of gravity, and so it's meeting it's kind of like meeting the resistance of gravity pulling it down, and that's chipping away at the speed, so you slow as gravity takes over.
Jumping is a war.
Yeah,
it's a war where it's like it's kinetic energy versus gravity.
And then you run out of your force, and gravity's like, you're mine now, bitch.
Yeah.
And acceleration takes over.
Exactly. You accelerate upwards using your energy, kinetic energy, and then at the top you have a war with gravity, and gravity wins and starts pushing you back down again.
Yeah.
The thumb of gravity pushes you back down to Earth.
Did you know that, like, the smaller a mass is, the less quickly it will fall? But it also means because it falls less quickly, like for instance, squirrels are too light to take fall damage because they don't fall fast enough because their mass is too low to hurt them.
Okay.
So you could throw a squirrel off of the Empire State Building and it'll be fine. Apparently. That's a claim. Okay,
so step 1, anticipation. Get low. Shorty, get low. Which essentially means get that pelvis down. Because you want to go up with it next when you jump, which means you want the most contrast you can get with it.
It might have a heart attack on the way though.
Which means the lower you get, the more contrast you're going to have with this next pose where you take off. And you want contrast with this next pose where you take off, because this is how you're going to get your arc in there in limited number of frames. So push off with that leg. Get that pelvis up there now. So we're going from... Oops! I hate it when I accidentally draw on the wrong frame. Going from here to up here.
Is drawing on the wrong frame the same as like drawing on the wrong layer in a Photoshop?
No, it just means because in this program, every time I make a drawing on a new frame, it erases what I've done. Oh. It means that I lose the notes that I wrote.
Oh.
Yeah. Okay.
I have not been throwing squirrels. I've not touched a squirrel. Ever.
Okay. Think. And then we're taking off, right? So... So let's take off. Here we go.
I mean, technically, you don't have to touch the squirrel to yeet it.
Doig!
You could use that.
Doig!
Like... Do you remember that video of that net catapult thing someone made?
Yes, for squirrels.
Yeah. That's wrong.
Ba, 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 ba. So you could take the same pose. Let me erase that because we don't need that. I'm gonna destroy this. No, because we don't need that. This is what we need. Okay, so you can just take the same pose. Just move it up because we want to feel the height. Can you feel the sunshine?
Rain on your parade.
Think about the good times. You just need to run away. And then we come in down, right? So this is 4 frames each that we're holding this. So I'm going to hijack one of these frames to start having them come down. In fact, I'm going to make this frame shorter. The launch frame, so we can hang in the air more. So I've changed this to 2 exposures. So this is now 4 exposures. This can be 4 exposures. And then we'll land down here. So let me... Where is my pen? Where is my pen? I've forgotten how to use a pen tool. Oh, it's just automatically on. Okay, there we go. So, up. Then I'm gonna start bringing us down because I feel like we need to show the moment when gravity takes over and starts pulling us down in anticipation for us landing. We can maybe get away with fast landing so long as we like show that gravity is starting to act on our character. So the butt getting dragged down, the leg getting dragged up. I'm gonna put the little pelvis dot on there so we can still track what's happening with the pelvis. And then we are landing here, which is a big spacing jump, but hopefully it'll work because we've started to anticipate going down. That's my hope. And you know what? You make these hopes and you never really know if it's going to work until you hit play, and then it might not work. But we're trying our best. And then I would probably give it another frame here to let the legs hit against the side. Or to at least like have the legs brace like that. And then we'd go up. So it's not, I wouldn't say it's necessarily good at the minute. The notes that I've given you I don't think make necessarily the nicest motion, but I think it's much more readable in terms of it being a jump. I think actually we can get, I think because this is a 4 that we're holding here, we can, if we make this a 2 instead, this a 4, this a 4. This is just me retiming, by the way. So this is the difference between timing and spacing. So I'm adjusting the timing right now, which is just the number of exposures that the frames are held for. Then yes, we can get that frame back, which is nice because I liked this pose and I think it's important. And hopefully that'll make the jump feel a bit better because we won't hang for 4 frames on that pose just before they take off. Yeah, that feels a little bit better. I'd probably still hang in the middle a little bit more, but I think it's definitely more readable than it was as a jump. Maybe make this a 3. But yeah, so that was one of the notes I had.
That took 10 minutes. You're done.
No, you told me I could have 2.
Okay. Okay.
So this is the, I'm assuming this is a motion where you felt like it wouldn't make much sense. And I think the reason I want to make this move work, I think the reason it doesn't work is just the momentum of the character feels off. Because it feels like because you're swinging up and around here, that the momentum is going this way and needs to keep going that way. And then you're like, oh shit, I'm stuck. And try and make them go that way instead, the opposing way. So we just need to find a way to make that momentum feel like it makes sense for the character. So I think it's just a matter of you... I think you just want to adjust this swing a little bit and it will work. Place only we can stay. So we just need to keep in mind that this character is going to try and land here. And we need to make sure we don't wind up with the momentum going in the wrong direction. So send them up this way instead of that way. Even though it feels satisfying because you're like, I want to keep that spine curve going. I get you, but you can't keep the spine curve going or it's going to kill your advancement onto this platform. So instead, you want to have your spin dash happen kind of here. I call it a spin dash. It's in human terms, it's a somersault, but in hedgehog terms, it's a spin dash. So, you know. Then have that. See if we can get like a little bit of a on the pole. As we go upwards. Oh, it's gonna be okay. We're somersaulting. Or in fact, I might have it more like that way round. Move it back. Oh no, now it's just overlaid both of them. Now we're just in a mess. Hold on. I want it to be like this way round so that we can get ready to land.
Our weirdo cats don't meow. They go. Stop clawing the curtains.
Yeah.
I'm getting you better. What's happening? Yeah, you know what's happening.
And then they can get their thing off their back. So, let's see. Let's see. So it's still, the momentum's still a little jank. Let's have a look. But basically because this needs to come forward a little bit more because the momentum of the movement is still working on them. So it doesn't make sense for them to just suddenly stop in place. Ba-da-da-da-dum. Da-da-da-da. Mm-hmm. What are you laughing at, Doig?
So I was petting Sparrow, and Kuma must have come in because she kind of quickly turned and looked at him, and he was just sitting in a patch of sunlight, and she just like jumped down, ran up to him, and just like pounced him. And then he was like, "Oh, okay, we're playing now." But he was he wasn't doing anything.
So I think this is hopefully the problem solved for you. The timing here at the end and the proportions of the character needs to be changed a bit. Mainly because I've drawn them too small. And also this landing, I think it needs a little bit more love. Like, need to figure out some nice posing for it, need to figure out nice spacing for it. But I think the momentum here, you could convince people that this is how they get up there, I think. which is the important thing, is I think we got the momentum to feel convincing enough that you don't have to feel stuck on it anymore. Yeah. Feeling a little bit more anticipation for this stand up, but this is such a cool pose right here that I don't want to lose it. But yeah. And I'm not allowed to give you any more notes because might will get mad at me. But I do think the entire thing is wonderful, and you don't need any more notes. You obviously like know what you're about with animation, and it's really cool to see you having such a good time and such fun with it. Like, all these movements are so fun and imaginative. I love them, especially the bit where they propel themselves across with their staff, and then they do a little handstand at the end. It's great. But yeah, look, I did so many notes on this, and it was all so fast and easy because it was a stick figure.
Nice.
Rough animation's awesome. Thanks so much, Tonka Ball.
Tonka Ball.
Oh, look at this!
It's the boy.
Scribbly art. Scribbling art. There we are, I can read. Scribbling art.
I don't know who this is.
It's scribbling art.
Oh, Henri. Okay.
Yeah, no bias here. But you know, it's Sonic, so.
I think this is this one. I definitely struggle with drawing more than a couple drawings per minute. My animation rust is difficult but workable. Ideally, next time I should try to lay the animation out for the entire duration. I also learned that going for a Spider-Verse kind of style, static 2s on a camera moving on one, doesn't work as well if you have to retime frames from the material to be longer than ones. I think I also relearned how to be loose and quick with my animation, not entirely, but a bit. If this were for school, I would have taken 2 weeks to plan the layout. Overall, though, lots of fun. Sonic.
What was that bit about the ones on Spider-Verse?
I also learned that going for a Spider-Verse kind of style, static 2s on a camera moving on ones doesn't work as well if you have to retime frames from the material to be longer than ones.
Oh, so you mean retiming the footage?
Yeah.
Yeah, gotcha. Roger. Thank you for the follows, by the way. Alright, let's have a look. And also, I'd say, not being able to draw more than a couple of drawings per minute, it's still pretty good. Doing a couple of drawings per minute, that's pretty fast. So don't, like, beat yourself up about that. That's pretty awesome. Let's have a look. Oh, heck yeah. I like the poses already. He's snowboarding.
Oh, cool.
He's snowboarding. Yeah! Rolling around at the speed of sound. Got places to go, gotta follow my rainbow. Oh, look, you got a nice little bit of rotation is gonna happen here. Oh, were you... Okay, you're kind of on the camera and you're jumping off the camera. I see. You see, it's tough because what you really want here is a stretch frame, right? But because Sonic's head's so big and we're kind of looking at him in perspective, he's kind of more ball-shaped, which means that you haven't really managed to get the stretch frame in there. Hold on, I'm going to put a little thing over this. I think you can still do it though, you just have to distort Sonic.
Winter Rose says, drawing a minute, I do a drawing a month.
Right?
I struggled with a drawing yesterday, or a painting. Spent hours just trying to get the face feeling right, and it was like, nah. And I turned off all the layers I'd done for like a few hours, and it was like, I liked how it was before.
Sometimes I feel like the longer you spend on a drawing, the worse it gets.
Right? I was trying to get a fast, loose one, but I think I need more practice. Radical Redhead says, you guys are drawing?
Nah, never.
Not currently. Oh, I was gonna go fix that thing.
Hey, no, stay present in these reviews with me. You can fix it off stream.
Yeah, but it's Sonic though.
Right. And
I'm just kidding. I'm just joshing with you.
this is a bad idea that I'm doing. I'm going to come back to it in a sec. Let me first... So we've got this. We've got Sonic, right? And I'm assuming he's going to stay where he is. And just, like, rotate with the camera, right? So we'll keep going and he'll still be there-ish. He'll be there-ish. Okay. So then we'll need anticipation of him about to do his thing. And then he's up. Drive through the night, sing along to the midnight radio.
Is Kurzak here in chat but not here as a mod ghosty?
So we're gonna bring this backwards a little bit.
Did we just lose her? Whoa, she's here.
Is she here?
Yeah. You're in the way though. I'm just kidding. I didn't want to get in the way. I saved you. You're good. Instantly read one another's minds just now. Like, I didn't want to get in the way. You're in the way.
Awesome. So yeah, I feel like when we jump up here, having a little bit more hang time would be real nice. You probably don't want to do this on twos. Sorry, on ones, like I am. I'm just fitting it in here because it's the only way to fit between the two drawings. But I think you'd probably want to hold both of these poses on twos. But yeah, I think having a little bit more anticipation, sorry, not anticipation, a little bit more hang time when Sonic's in the air here would be really cool.
Absolutely no worries, Martina. You never need to be anywhere when we're streaming. We appreciate all the time that you're helping out. But
yeah. And then we're looking at going down here. So I think you want to keep that motion going, which just means moving Sonic over just a little bit, so that he's traveling on this frame down the angle that you pointed at in the previous frame. So that you're not pointing at an angle on one frame and then going slightly off that angle on the next. So this is just, it's meant to be the same drawing, it's just moved over. And then here, presumably, we would have Sonic continuing to like scoot off frame on his board. And then I don't know what we'd have here. So he comes pretty close to the camera pretty fast. So you'd need him to be like coming towards the camera pretty much here. And then here you probably need him like there-ish. So we're scooting off here. I think you need that undershot a little bit here. Oh wait, I'm misreading it a little bit. I thought this was the underside of the board, but it's not, it's his foot. So the board's like this, then that means the next shot wouldn't do that. It would instead be a little bit closer. I think these are like the times when he's moving super fast towards the screen. I think these are the times when you're going to need to like get those extra drawings in there. Yeah, and then you'd have this, but you'd have it slightly closer to the screen.
So is he using the board to jump off of when he reaches like the top right of the screen?
I think he's just still got the board on his feet.
Okay.
I think, but we can double check, because he goes into a spin dash. This is a nice pose, by the way. I'm a fan of this pose. I wouldn't want you to like redraw it. I'd basically just want you to move it closer to the camera. Yeah, because it feels like we're getting closer to the camera here and on the next frame, so I'm trying to get that gradation of him getting closer.
Yeah, I was about to say, I think the head needs to be slightly bigger.
Yeah, like Spider-Verse, I think for the really fast motions, they'll take it onto ones for stuff like this. Because you just need that information. You just need the visual information to know how something gets from point A to point B. I'd even make it a bit bigger than I've got there, to be honest. This is why drawing fast is helpful, is because I have to erase so much. I never get anything right the first time. I swear, I have to redraw so many times to get something to work the way I want it to. Okay, so that's nice, and then we get some anticipation. If this is anticipating him squashing down, I'd squash him down a bit more. You just really want to read that he's getting ready to jump off. So, like, squash everything down. I'd even squash it a bit more than I have there to really make sure it reads. One thing this program needs is a way to lasso what you've done and move it, because it's a pain realizing that you're a couple of lines off from being where you need to be, but you have to redraw the entire thing from scratch in order to move it that little bit over. Yeah, and then you can get even more anticipation in here, which will be nice. Really squash that hog. And then we get the push off, which is a bit which I drew which I didn't think was working, so I'm just going to erase this. And we'll find a way to stretch it. So yeah, I like this board being bent. That makes sense. I think having Sonic go further forward and elongating a little bit so that his head's smaller is going to help you feel that stretch from where he was. And legs stretched out. Use them spines. And then, if you want fire, keep the shapes interesting, I think, rather than going with a fireball. So that is, you're not like making the overall shape bigger, bulkier, and less like a stretch drawing. Like, you need to support the feeling that Sonic is taking off in his stretch position, with the effects on making sure that they don't turn the drawing into not a stretch drawing in the silhouette of them. So if you do this, then on this drawing you can have the flames follow through. You can have them like dragged after him, and then you can do more with the flames because Sonic's like cleared the screen.
I said in a meeting a couple of weeks ago about the current project I'm on, but like character animation kind of, it tells you where the character is and where they're going, but the effects animation tells you where the character has been, and it's a good way of letting you kind of like still register where they were, so you can kind of get a feeling of like, particularly in terms of like motion paths and things like that. If something's moving really fast, like for instance Sonic, having that place of like proof that he was there is really nice, because it doesn't feel like he's suddenly like from one side to the other. You have that feeling of like, it's almost a delayed a delayed proof, delayed evidence.
Yeah, like he's so fast that the effects take a couple of frames to catch up to him.
Yeah. And it just helps that initial movement read a bit better because you have like, he was there, now he's over there, but he was here, and I still have proof that he was there with your eyes. But
With your eyes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
Kurzak, do you come here often?
you know what? I'd probably actually take out that in between I put in favor of getting him to this pose faster.
You knew it. Oh, it made me cough. Where am I?
Yeah, you just want to make sure when you get to that corner, you're like properly squashing him in there. Like really get that anticipation for when it's going to make his push off feel way more powerful. And you could probably even get a cam shake in there too when he pushes off. But yeah, I think hopefully that helps. Yeah, Sonic! Alright, we're on to the next one. I'm trying to save it. Why am I trying to save it? There we go.
Do you guys want to see a boy?
I'm going to head to the loo if you want to show them the boy for a sweet sec.
Which one's the kitty cat? Shit, which one's the cat cam? My Streamlabs has been weird and it feels like I've lost a button. Oh, he's gone now. Lame. Sorry guys. He was sitting next to me for a second. Show boy! I was trying. I was trying, he was there. You can get him back. I've got a mouse. I've got a shaky mouse. Kitten cam. It's very distracted by other movement elsewhere in the apartment. No, he's run off. Yeah, I think. Yeah, India chased Sparrow.
I'm sorry.
And ruined everything.
I'm sorry.
Just play Daytona. They've already been fed though. That would be really mean.
It turns out it's the month day for me.
It's the month day.
It's the blood moon for me, which explains why I'm not feeling 100%. So, since we've already been streaming for over 2 hours to get these reviews done, would you guys be okay with us continuing these reviews on Monday morning and doing the last 3 then?
Oh, can we at least look at them?
We can look at them for sure. We can play them through and show everyone's work, but then we'll do the actual critiques for the final 3 on Monday morning. Radical Redhead says, "Oh fuck, the bokoblins are back." I don't know if... I mean, that's an incredible way to describe it, and I will be using that from now on. From now on, I'm just going to be like, the bokoblins are respawning, everybody.
I think
the bokoblins have respawned. But yeah, I think the rest of the day will be me getting some food and maybe having a nice relaxing bath or something. There he is, the boy!
There's the boy!
The boy! I can't emphasize though how cool it is to see everyone's work. You guys have all done an amazing job. And yeah, we'll play the rest so everyone can see what people have done.
There they are.
There they are! Look at them! Oh, they're so cute!
Look how big they is now.
Look how big they are, everyone! Do you remember when they were just tiny little kittens? They're still pretty tiny, but look at them! Look at them!
Look at him, little face.
Kuma! Hey guys! Look how long they're getting now. They've still got really long tails and really big ears, which makes me very happy. I don't know how long those will stick around. Kuma! I still don't know their names. It's because we never call them their names. We're always just like, little man, a gremlin.
Yeah.
I love them so much, guys. They're so cute.
They are the cutest.
They're the cutest when they want affection from us and they come and like meow at us and then roll over and want tummy scrumples.
Oh.
Ooh.
I'm gonna get you.
Oh yeah, get that cat.
Yeah.
Hehehe.
Come back, you little fool.
Oh, you want to go? You want to go?
They are definitely less playful immediately of everything, but that's okay. Cats are more likely to respond to the name that ends with an E sound.
Yeah, so we've got Kuma and Sparrow, neither of which end with E sounds.
Kumi!
And so far...
Let's not do that again.
Yeah, so far they don't seem to quite know. I think Sparrow knows more than Kuma knows. Kuma! Kuma! Nah, he doesn't know. Oh. My browser received an error.
Oh no.
Yeah. One sec. I think, yeah, I can still see chat though. That's the important thing. Awesome. Oh, alright you. Do you want to show the final couple of animal challenges and then we'll get to them
No,
on
I want
Monday?
to show cats.
You want to just show cats
I want
now?
to show cats.
Observe the tail. Oh, he's coming over to me now.
Is he? You don't have a mouse.
I don't have a mouse. Hey Kuma. Hey little man.
I love them. I love having these little goblins. India's mum
It's amazing.
The character arc of India's mum has been funny to behold.
Every time she texts me, she's deeper into the pit of Kuma and Sparrow are the best cats ever, and I love it.
So originally when we were like, we're thinking about getting a cat, we're thinking about getting 2 cats. India's mum was like, highest level concern, like, oh, are you sure? You know, like,
what are you gonna do about this? What are you gonna do about that? Good luck when they shit on the carpet. Good luck cleaning up bar for the rest of your lives.
Yeah, they're stinky and stuff. And then she came to meet them for the first time, and she brought toys and treats and a whole bunch of stuff for them. And it became like, oh, if you ever need anyone to look after them.
Oh, they're very cute, aren't they? If you need anyone to babysit them ever, you know, if you're going away somewhere, then let me know.
And so because we went on that trip, that happened, and they spent a week at her house, and now India's getting like WhatsApp messages which are like, I hope you're looking after our cats.
yeah. How are my cats doing? It's like mum is full into the trap of now just loving them to pieces. It's like, well, they're too cute. They're really good as well. Like they're really good with their litter training. They're really good with like keeping their food down and not throwing up. The only thing they're not super good at is the fact that they're quite destructive when they're in play mode in terms of my plants and anything on any shelves.
They're not I don't feel like they're purposefully so, except for your plants.
No, and the curtains.
The
they don't claw anything except the curtains.
And your fairy lights.
And my fairy lights, which they've destroyed.
Yeah.
So I can't have fairy lights. I can't have plants.
And they're eyeing up your air plants.
They at some point they're gonna get them. I know it. So I'm just enjoying them while I have them. It's like they're still too small to jump that high, but my air plants are like, I've put them inside little seashells so they look like little squids and stuff, and hung them with fishing wire from the ceiling. So they're like little suspended floating jellyfish in the living room. And the cats are just like...
Yeah.
And I see them doing it. Like, I see them looking at it, and their little bums are like... You can see the haunches tensing. Like, they're like, could I reach that? Could I reach that? And they can't right now, but I know at one point, one of them's going to take a flying leap, and they're just going to get one of them.
What do they look like, India?
What do you mean?
What do they look like when they're looking at your plant? Yes.
Yeah. It's
oh gosh.
It's only a matter of time. The idea of making air plants into jellyfish came from my friend Jenny, who's inspired when it comes to interior decorating. So yeah, you can buy little air plants, and they have like little tentacles and stuff. And then if you get little seashells, like anemone shells, you can thread them through the top so that the sea plants kind of look like they're little tentacles, and then you can hang them up. And then you just spray them with water and fertilizer every now and then to keep them happy and alive. And you keep them away from cats, because they will jump at them and try and get them.
I think we should beast mode speedrun the next 3 and just see if there's anything that wasn't caught by previous
No,
notes.
I'm not gonna do that.
Oh,
because if I give people critiques, I want to give them proper actual time. I don't want the last 3 people to be like, okay, you get 5 minutes each, whereas the first couple of people got like 20 minutes. But we'll have a look at them.
Okay.
Here we go. Let's have a look at Astral Libraries.
Let's do it.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Here it is. It's working now. You guys didn't see that? Oh, it was amazing.
We didn't see anything.
You didn't see it. I pressed play and my entire screen like got a glitch effect across it and went white.
I think your NDI is broken.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Oh, I think so too. It's flickering at the bottom of my screen.
I'm gonna turn it off.
Yeah, hold on one sec.
And you
Let me restart it.
That might have been what was weird in it.
That must have been what happened. He's right, you know. He's right. Okay, how's that?
I'll turn it back on now. Yeah, I think
Yeah?
so.
Okay, awesome. Here we go. No. Oh, this is great.
That's so cool.
Astral Library. Great job. Oh no.
See, that's a really good example of like, you don't have to have them on screen all the time, and you can, you know.
Yeah. I love this bit with the legs pedaling in the air, just That's so great. Oh, this is wonderful. Great job, Astral Library. I'm going to let it play a couple more times so people can fully appreciate it.
No notes.
That's not no notes. I mean, I don't have very many because this is great. Like, off the top of my head, I'm like, maybe a few arcs. That's it.
I like that anticipation for the joke. Like, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. That little foot tap. That's really nice character acting. Like, oh, I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna go for it. No.
So, Astral Library, is this you as Mario? You got the little Mario hat.
My little Mario hat.
Okay, and then we'll hop on, and this is Snow Twig. Here is Snow Twigs.
So I think this is supposed to be a Ninja Turtle Spider-Man.
What? Cool. Oh, they got the Spider-Man in there. Swing. I was expecting another frame to happen after that, so it became more comical as it went on, and the frame did not change.
Are they landing on like a bow staff there?
Yes,
Cool.
I believe they are.
It's Donatello Parker.
This is definitely one way to get to the ground. So yeah, I think there's some stuff we could do with the spacing here that would really help that stuff at the beginning read. I won't do the stuff past this point too much because I can tell, like, obviously you haven't yet done it, so there's no point going into critique there. But I can definitely do this beginning bit, and I think there's some stuff we can do that will help you sell that bit.
Okay.
Yeah. God, the idea of like TMNT Spider-Man is so cool. Did you see that JJ found a game where it's like it's TMNT D&D?
No.
And it's official, but it's like from the 80s.
What the
I'm so interested.
That's cool.
Okay.
Turtle.
And this is Stuff Lad. The lad of stuff.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice anticipation. Oh!
Nice.
Yep. Oh, feeling good. Yeah. Nice. Very nice sense of being able to turn the character from different angles. Very nice sense of having them interact with the environment solidly. Probably what I'll say on Monday is a little bit of stuff to do with the size of the character changing through the animation.
Thank you very much for submitting to our challenge.
Yeah, thank you so much. I'll give you a proper go over on Monday. I think it's really good though. There's really not that much to talk about. Like stuff like that bit at the ending in particular. Like the spacing here is working really well. Oh, that's lovely. I love that. The way that you've used the lines there to show that they're meeting resistance as they're going down. Lovely. Absolutely lovely stuff. I want to look at this bit again because I'm like, this is really funny. How did this work? I'm going to do it! Oh! I love it. That's great. That's... Yes. Yes to this. That's wonderful. I love it. We've got a nice bit of a squash and stretch when they hit the ground as well. That's really fun. I love this. This is wonderful. Yeah, it's just the sizing of the character, I think, is like the main thing. The way that they feel like... Well, I won't go too into it. But yeah, just the feeling that they've shrunk between like here.
You're bracing against your own, like,
here,
oh, but I could just give this, here. But no, but if I could just, no.
Yes, no, I can't. Yes, I'll go into it properly on Monday. I'll give you guys the new Anna Morning Challenge, though.
Oh, you got one?
I got one. We're revisiting old favourites because these are some of the ones I found the most helpful when I practiced them. And I think they're some of the ones that people building portfolios found the most helpful. Like, one of the ideas of this challenge is to give people the chance to do something outside of work that won't take them a massive amount of time, but will help them bulk out their portfolio and just push their skills forward. So the next Anna Morning Challenge is going to be round 2 of using reference footage.
Oh, okay.
So I want you to film a short, like 5-second clip of you doing some kind of movement. So let's keep it physical rather than acting for this one. So it can be anything. It can be like a pirouette. It can be a cool pose. It can be like you doing a little hop and running and jumping. If you don't want to film yourself, then do feel free to use something that you find online. But the point is you learning how to what's the word I'm looking for?
Imply?
No.
Infer?
No, when you put something inside something, when you get the essence inside something. Incorporate. It's showing you how to incorporate reference into your animation. So the way that I would do it, implement, Kurzeg, implement's also good. So the way that I would do it is, what I don't want you to do is to trace. So no rotoscoping. And I also don't want you to copy every single frame. I want you to be able to push and pull the motion to make it better, to increase the spacing, to increase the contrast, to increase the readability. Exaggeration. So I think the best way to handle stuff like this is to get your 5 seconds of reference, whatever you want to do. Make sure that you have your floor plane and your grid in. so that you're matching whatever perspective that the clip has. And then I would go through and select drawings that you would like to use as keys. Like choose maybe 7 keys or something from it. Like don't go mad and have like 25 keys or something, but select some keys from it and then redraw those keys, pushing and pulling where you want to, and then make a study of the motion when you're doing the in-betweens, so you can, like, if you get stuck, you can use that to check out what you're meant to do next, and bring in anything that you think is cool from the motion into your own animation. When you submit them, please also submit the reference footage you used. This is one of the mistakes I made last time we did it, is I asked people to use reference footage but did not ask for the reference footage. And so sometimes I couldn't tell like how they had used the reference footage.
Do you want the reference footage baked into their submission?
That would be great.
Yeah.
If you can't do that, you can just send it to us separately, like on the form. Give us a link to it. But if you can put it onto the footage, then that's the best.
Yeah, put it in a corner or something like that.
But yeah, so no rotoscoping, choose your keys, use your study, like use studying the footage to get those in-betweens feeling good. And yeah, try using some reference and see how it affects how you animate and see if it helps push you into something. If you can use a clip that is either something you want to be able to animate and haven't had a chance to, or something that's out of your comfort zone, then you get bonus points. Push yourself. And yeah, as usual, we encourage you to spend no more than 3 hours roughing this in. It doesn't need to be polished, doesn't need to be cleaned up, doesn't need to be tied down.
It just needs to be animated.
Yeah.
I'm just
Which is why we're keeping the footage length to no more than 5 seconds. So you don't need to get all those in-betweens in either if you don't want.
So what's the name of this challenge? Get referenced.
Get ref.
Get ref. Implementing reference.
Riffing on the reference.
Riffing on riff reference. Riffing on reference.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Riff ref. The riff ref challenge.
So yeah, that's the next challenge, and we'll be looking at that in 2 weeks. 2 weeks Saturday, we'll look at it.
Alrighty.
Already?
Alrighty.
Alrighty then. Yeah, so I hope you guys enjoy doing that. Preference for reference is also good. I got a preference for reference.
Do you use reference when you storyboard?
No.
Okay.
I should, though. Listen. I should. The reason I don't use reference isn't because it's not useful and I don't find it useful. It's because I'm dumb.
Okay.
And I keep trying to do it without reference because I keep trying to prove to myself I can. And it's an idiotic thing to do. I should just use the tools that are available to me. So that's something I should do more and would like to do more.
Nice.
Yeah. Is there anything else you want to say before we head off, Mike?
Yes. We will be doing we'll be doing an interview tomorrow on Comics Experience.
Oh my gosh, I forgot. Oh my gosh.
You forgot about that happening, or forgot about telling people about it?
I forgot it was happening. Now I'm scared all over again.
I'm sorry. So I think it's 10 a.m. Pacific time. So it's like 6 p.m. UK time. And we're going to be over on their YouTube channel. And they're interviewing us about Girl in the Glim and just our experiences working on it. So if you want to check that out.
How long is it?
I think it's a couple hours. Maybe.
A couple of hours? That's so long. I'm so scared.
It'll be fine. It'll be a nice, chill conversation. Let me just...
I'm so happy you're going to be there too.
Yeah, I'm going to be there. So the scheduled stream is here if you guys want to check it out. And tell people about it. It's a really good opportunity for us to get the word out about the book. And I think Comics Experience itself, the store, they do this whole program where you can become a member, and by becoming a member, they send you out
Comics.
They send you out books. So
there's like a comics club of comic of the month club, and they send you the comic of the month.
Yeah. So all the members currently will get a copy of Girl in the Glim this month.
Yeah! Woohoo!
Woo!
All right. Doig,
Yeah.
are you prepared to go to town for me?
Springing this on me last minute, aren't you?
Mhm.
What do you want?
Something to eat?
Well, that's a good reason to go to town. Yeah, I can get you something.
Oh.
Are you just gonna go lie down?
You're probably gonna go have some painkillers and lie down, yeah.
Okay.
The tummy is starting to kick in.
Okay. The bokoblins are escaping.
The bokoblins are, they've got their flaming sticks, and they are running across the hillside screaming right now.
Better take care of India, Doig. Or what, Kurzek?
Yeah, what are you gonna do if you don't take care of me, huh? What are you gonna do?
I always take care of Swifty when she's not feeling well.
You do, and that's been a lot in the past month and a half, so I really appreciate it.
And then I guilt trip her afterwards.
Yeah, he does do that.
No, I don't. No, I don't. I said, I feel like it's about time that it was your turn to, like, what was it? To clean out the litter trays or something.
Yeah, it was just that the game followed it up with, because I cleaned it out all the time you were ill. And I was like, well, you did, but I don't feel like it's fair for you to hold that against me.
I don't hold it against you. I just feel like
now you need to clean them out.
You gotta pick up the slack a little bit.
It's not slack.
Slacker.
I was ill. Jeez, oh. All right. We'll head off. We will do this raid.
Yeah, we'll do this raid on Thor. Very cool game developer friend. Friend of ours. He has ferrets. Ask to see his ferrets.
He has ferrets.
They're very cool.
Ask to see the ferrets. Until next time, may the rest
of your day
be filled
with
hard
adventure. Take care, everyone. Goodbye. I'm gonna wave to you.
You guys are amazing. Thanks so much for the Animorning challenges.
We'll see you again either at Comics Experience on Sunday or on Monday on the channel.
See you later, alligators.
See you, everyone.